Melody had known this was a bad idea from the start. Going exploring in a dangerous forest was not her definition of smart. Still, she had been outvoted, and now they were separated. Again. This time she felt she hadn't lucked out so much, staring up at the spindly man in front of her, spider legs disappearing as he looked at her curiously.
I know I said I wanted to meet a Kingmaker, but I didn't expect one to just appear at my highly secured lair because she was, what did you say, lost?
He sounded a bit lost as well, like he didn't quite know what to do with her. Sorry if I skipped a few steps in your, plan? You are Silvertongue, right? It nodded and they both kind of just stared at each other for a bit before he sighed.
Well, come in, I guess.
Before turning abruptly and walking into his cave. Melody couldn't help that she snorted. What? He said, turning back around and raising an eyebrow at the sound. Nothing. It's just, you don't act much like a villainous mastermind. He actually managed to look offended at that.
I'll have you know that I have been the scourge of this forest for a great many more years than you've been alive, Kingmaker.
Right, Melody nodded. And that's why you were brewing tea before curling up into a plush chair while stroking a spider like it was a cat. It kind of ruins the impression of, like, with you reading with a spider pet, like it's a small child. Its silvery features turned bright red as he blushed.
You forget you saw that.
Sure, she agreed, smiling at him. You got any more of that tea, though? It smelled kind of nice, and I could use some comfort after all of this, she said, brushing past him casually, walking into the cave, waving a small greeting at the arm-sized spider that had taken to snuggling in his place in the plush chair while currently trying to bury itself into a blanket. She could tell he wasn't expecting her to act like this. Maybe he was expecting anger at the mind control shtick or fear at his whole spider theme, but she was honestly too exhausted to react to either of those things. Besides, if there was one thing she knew, it was lost things, and that man was completely lost on his road of life. She examined the cave a little more. There was a cozy kitchen in one corner, a dining room table covered in dust in another, which was honestly a little sad, and probably some beds deeper in. She pulled out a chair from the dusty table and sat with a sigh. It felt so good to rest her legs. Silvertongue wandered in wearily after her.
You're strange,
he finally said. She smiled.
Everyone's a little strange in their own ways.
It wouldn't be any fun otherwise. He blinked. Oh, the name's Melody, by the way, but I'm kind of assuming you already knew that.
Why are you so casual? I could kill you.
He honestly looked disturbed. You could, she agreed. But I've met evil. I've stared it in the face. You're not that, I'm afraid. Maybe a little mean-spirited, but I imagine you earned it a little bit at least. He continued to stare as she smiled more. The chair she was sitting on was salvaged and carefully repaired. The table was a gift from a friend long gone. It made him sad to look at it, but he couldn't really get rid of it. The plush chair was stolen from a human noble, a duke of some sort, who was getting too big for his britches. She laughed a little bit to herself. Evil didn't care about possessions this way. It wasn't sentimental or confused at odd kindnesses. It was cold, vicious, manipulative, and destructive. And this just didn't match up.
It's a magical, mystical time. It's anecdotal adventure.
to another episode of City of Mist, Kingmakers. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Ashley, and these are my players.
I'm Cassidy, and I play Matthias, the Rift of Typhon.
Tele, and I play Adalaie, the Rift of Nemesis.
I'm Sonya, and I play Emma, the Rift of Athena.
I'm Juno, and I play Jane, the Rift of Hera.
I'm Simon, I play Aron Frankel, whose Rift is King David.
I'm Celina, I play Mara Galanis. She's the Rift of Hades.
And where we last left off, Emma became a Rift, a loyal avatar.
Yay, I got impaled by an ice spike.
You
Like,
did.
go off. Don't sue
And
us.
my last words before being possessed were, "Oh look, I've been impaled."
You proud of those last words?
Yes, I really am.
But you all walk through a door. And you come out to the smell of ocean. Hitting your nose, salt on the sea air. There's a creaking subtly of wood, and you rock a little bit back and forth and back and forth. You realize you are sitting
Ship.
on a huge war vessel.
Do I see Ezekiel?
Do we see-
Abandoned, not obviously, not overtly right now.
Ezekiel. She'll look at she'll look at Athena and just facepalm. And then she'll use her powers to search the ship for people. Like with her emotions, she'll try
There
to sense
are two
life.
presences on the ship. One is like a little confused, but mostly happy. Like mostly it's like solid, like very strong emotions that are like typical of that of a child. And the other one is like this pleasant amusement and caution of more mixed emotions of an older soul.
Are they in different directions or the same direction?
No, they're in similar directions underneath your feet.
Jane just starts walking, kind of expecting everyone to follow her, or Matthias at least to follow her
Matthias
Can I
follows.
control-
at a brisk walk.
I have a question. Can I control where I walk? Or is it just following wherever my body goes?
I mean, you can shift around and go a certain distance away from your body.
Okay. I just start freaking out. I
You
crawl
should
into
test
a
to
ball.
see if you can go through floors.
I'm not in the state of mind for that right now. I just start freaking out.
I mean, Jane can't see her or anything, so she's just noping out of there real quick.
How are you planning to get to
the?
the presences below deck?
I'm trying to find stairs to the below deck, perhaps. And if I don't find stairs, I will just try to smash the floor, or probably get Matthias to do it.
Doors are locked to get into
to
cabins.
Is there an obvious downstairs,
There's not a sign.
a general ship stuff? That
I
she's
don't think Jane would really know general ship stuff.
movies. She's trying to comparing this to a movie ship because she doesn't really have any ship knowledge.
It is flat. There's only one door, and it's to the cabin. There are stairs leading up to the raised portions of the ship at this cabin.
She's just gonna go in the direction she feels like they are in and kick down any doors in an attempt to go that way.
Okay, so as you kick at the door, I need you to roll me a face danger.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 5. Let's see.
Physical.
Physical. I'm gonna use martial artists. Because I mean that's pretty obvious. Because I'm trying to kick down the door. I'm gonna use creative because I'm trying to find the best possible way to get to Ezekiel. And trying to like kick down a locked door. I'm also gonna use discretion as advised because I'm trying to be quiet while I'm like kicking down this door and trying to avoid making as much noise as possible, I guess. So
I don't really think being quiet would help you avoid a trap.
I'm going to use vitality because I'm so full of life and on guard right now. I'm going to spring out of the way if there is a possible trap. And I'm going to use woman's intuition to assess that this might be...
You see this eyebrow on my face?
Yes. I'm because I know that Ezekiel was kidnapped, and if someone kidnapped a child, they're probably prepared to like defend the child and ransom them or something.
Well, you do succeed in kicking down the door. Luckily, this isn't a D&D party, as Sonya most hopefully put. Doors are a D&D party's worst enemy. City of Mist is a little more amorous about that.
It's behind the door.
But you take the status -1.
-1.
So you will take hit by darts 1.
Yikes.
But the door's open.
I pull Jade back and I pull the darts out of her. Don't be stupid. Let me kick crap.
And Hazel walks over and pats you on the shoulder and heals your status.
What's behind the door?
Set of stairs.
Oh,
down the deck.
Jane will just go like, I didn't know anything about ships. I just know he's in that direction. So down these stairs probably.
And then Ezekiel will Matthias will look down the stairs. How many stairs are there?
Like why?
Like could Matthias jump down the stairs instead of taking the stairs?
You would hit your head on the ceiling. It's a boat. There's walls. It's very narrow and short.
I'd like to roll an investigation.
To see if you could jump down the staircase?
No, to see if the staircase is trapped.
Okay. That's a little more reasonable.
Jane's just gonna be like, so does anyone know about ships? Or...
Athena will laugh vaguely. I know everything.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if you want to be asked for help. You're kind of really...
You never know until you try.
Do you know if these stairs are trapped?
Chances are good.
Okay.
Ooh, is this like a magic 8-ball thing?
Yes.
So I rolled a 9. Plus fatherly instincts, which gets me up to 10, which is all I need.
Okay. Yeah. You're asking if these stairs are trapped?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Can I see am I able to discern which stairs are trapped?
They're all trapped with various magical enchantments.
Does it have like a banister, like a railing?
No, it has 2 walls.
Are the walls trapped?
Are the walls trapped?
You just used your question.
She had 2 because she got it 10.
I did. I used the 2 questions. They were the stairs trapped, and can I tell which stairs are trapped?
Yeah,
Matthias will just how far apart are the walls?
Jane is gonna
Narrow.
grab a kite. I'm gonna roll investigation too. That's an 8, and I will add studious and the right questions. And I will ask, is the wall trapped?
Yeah.
Both of them, okay.
Also, the floor into the room is also trapped.
And the ceiling?
Every inch of this boat has been trapped.
Okay, so I can't fly, but I'm pretty sure that's...
Wait, Ryan, I think I got this.
What?
An aura flares to life around him. They're like one-use traps, right? If I just barrel through, they'll be gone for you guys.
I think so.
Are they
Sweet.
one-use traps?
Are they one-use traps?
Yeah, probably. Nature of traps.
Okay.
So he just barrels down them, making sure to like hit every wall and stair.
What down there is also trapped, so you can't stop when you get to the bottom.
And he like hits everything he can. But his aura sort of makes everything kind of bounce off him. So explosions, paralysis traps, sleeping gas, just a plethora of magical enchantment traps.
Aron, you could have done that.
Braces through that.
Okay, and can I like use one? Like, I probably have one question left. Can I just see if the traps are still there, or are they all gone?
All the ones that you've ascertained are gone.
Okay, Jane like hesitantly takes a step on the stair
Nothing.
and just quickly runs down the rest, because if there are traps, they'll probably, catch, if she isn't moving fast, catch her.
The rest of you follow? You guys need to be unmuted to answer that question.
Yeah.
Speaking to Matthias.
Keep forgetting to click unmute. Yeah, I follow.
Okay. So you all head down the stairs. And it looks like this is like a storage section of the ship. There are a bunch of crates.
But I know Ezekiel's in this direction, right? Which direction is he from here?
You get like vague directions with your powers, not pinpoint locations. So
Yeah,
somewhere in the area.
I'm feeling like closeness, kind of. It's like that sneak thing you do in video games where you try to stealth.
Are you guys trying to be stealthy? I feel like you've given yourself away.
Oh,
at
no,
this
we-
point.
we-
No, we
definitely-
barreled down the stairs.
Do I sense a change in their emotions as we create all this loud noise?
You don't feel the adult's emotions anymore.
What about Ezekiel's? That's the more important one.
He's still there.
Is it happiness?
He's feeling fine.
I call out to him.
This is sus.
Ezekiel?
Silence answers you.
Baby shark. No.
Jane will like look around for wherever Ryan ran off to. Is he still at the bottom?
Yeah. Just waiting for you guys.
Are there any doors?
No, it's just a bunch of crates.
I start opening crates.
Okay. Most of them are empty.
Jane is gonna look around for like a trap door on the bottom or something.
What are the ones that are not empty? What do they have in them? Provisions?
Yeah, basic supplies for ship.
Okay. So you think Ezekiel is in here?
Jane is just like, well, I guess it's this way. That's my general direction of his emotions. The guy that was with him is gone now. And it's really weird that he seems so happy and hasn't experienced any distress at the loud noises? Like, it's really... I wouldn't be happy if I was kidnapped, kind of. Jane will just kind of, like, helplessly continue looking around.
How about you go through corridors and corridors of boxes? What's Emma doing right about now in Ghostland?
Oh. Well. Oh boy. All she can think about is the face of the person she just killed.
And I'd probably say Athena wouldn't have followed you guys downstairs.
Did not expect her to.
She's just staring off into the distance, off the side of the ship, into the ocean where there's nothing, and just replaying over and over in her mind as she watches the gun go off in slow motion and the bullet slowly goes towards the poor woman's face, and just her face as she dies, the blood splattering against the wall behind her, and then the face slowly shifting to one quite a bit more familiar to her, but she doesn't know where from. And then she knows this is her mother, and the bullet wound is in the head. And then
Remembering
a voice,
things.
and then a voice comes, the mouth opening from the body, blood pouring out as she says, "You killed me. You're a monster, just like your father." And that's just replaying over and over again.
And Athena sort of walks over to where you're staring out in the distance. Remembering things, are we? It's not good. Stay in the present. Present's what counts.
I killed someone.
Athena rolls her eyes. And I've killed 6 people, and I've barely been in your body 3 seconds. Get over yourself. This is a world of blood, death, and violence. You're gonna have to get used to this part of it. Besides, there was literally nothing else you could have done in that situation. There was no resolving it peacefully. And must you be reminded that she did technically kill you back? Or I wouldn't be here.
I shot her.
Use some logic, huh? You were poisoned. You needed an advantage. You wouldn't have been able to win the fight otherwise. Rules were clearly set, and you followed them.
I try to grab onto the railing, like in front of me. Does my hand just pass through?
Yeah, you're not ethereal. Well, you're ethereal. You're not corporeal.
She can do this thing through the floor thing.
Then I reach for my own body. Can I at least touch my own body, or just straight through?
You go through it.
Go find Ezekiel for us.
You think I'm in a mindset to do anything like that?
I mean, I don't know anything.
I wouldn't give suggestions right now. You're not here.
She's dead. My mother. Dead. My father.
Glad you're just figuring that out now.
He's a monster.
Yes.
I'm a monster.
You're not a monster. If I'm gonna have to say it a bunch of times, just let me know now. I'm not in for therapy. That's not my shtick. I hardly have the patience for emotions, much less the understanding. If you want some helpful guidance, you can go downstairs and get the Mother Maiden to help you, yeah?
She's not really listening to Athena right now. She's too absorbed in the fact that she just started remembering something.
Athena in the background just looks very annoyed.
Raging.
No, I forgot how annoying it was to have a real body. Hello. Earth to Emma.
I blink a few times. Try not to hurt my body.
I have more power than you imagine. Nothing will be able to hurt your body. At least
Thank
not
you.
permanently. Well, I inhabit
Thank
it.
you.
I mean, you're gonna have some troubles when you get your own body back.
Like?
I mean, you think you have troubles with your memory now.
Am I not going to be able to remember any of this?
Honey, you're not going to be remember anything to do with your abilities.
What?
The price to pay, right? You died, and I've made sure you didn't. Completely.
Okay.
And for that, I'm what you would call an avatar. Completely have taken over your body, right? Yeah?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Do you know what happens to people who come back from that?
No.
Well, allow me to elucidate you. You're going to start from square one.
Oh.
It'll take a whole new round of traumatic events and memories to get your powers back. Of course, considering the lack of mist in this area, I don't think you'll have a problem remembering everything. Maybe you'll just have a little more stubborn about yourself having magical abilities. I mean, you'll remember everything else.
Oh.
But your own specialness, gone.
Oh.
Price you get for infinite power.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it's not your infinite power.
So pushing up the mental breakdown I just had, I can go through walls?
Yes.
Am I like a ghost right now?
What part of you died are you not getting?
Well, my body is very much alive, okay?
Because I'm inhabiting it, and I have all the power.
I've never really seen a difference between, like, spirit and body, so this is a little earth-shattering for me. It doesn't make logical sense for there to be a difference, you know?
One of your friends sees and talks to ghosts on a regular basis.
Yes, one of them does. And I'm now a ghost. Can I see any other ghosts around me?
No, it's just a haze of mist.
Huh.
You're not really a ghost. Though if you want to go talk to someone that's not me, go right ahead. They're all downstairs at the moment.
What? They're there?
What, do you think I don't just, like, hang around like you're doing now while you're doing your thing?
Kind of. I mean, you're, like, all powerful, all knowing. Why would you hang around one human?
No, I'm starting to ask myself that. But the decision's already been made, so I mean...
Oh boy. Alright, I guess. Time to go see everybody else and have them not see me.
Oh, well,
I
good luck helping
down.
your friends. And you sit down and you see a group of people floating just above, like you were, their bodies' shoulders. They all look very unique and very different, much like the spirit of Athena did. So we'll start with Typhon.
Oh god.
Very muscular man, gruff, looks late 40s, has like a salt and pepper beard. He's wearing like a dad outfit with a shirt and like a belt and some khaki shorts.
Oh.
And he's definitely rocking the socks and sandals look. He's the only one that's wearing modern clothing out of them.
The dad.
But his skin glows in the same way Matthias's does. And his hair is lava. And his eyes are lava.
Oh.
And he's currently like where Matthias is running a door to door, like looking for Ezekiel. So is Typhon. Like he's so in on this. He's like, yeah, go there next, go. Find our boy!
Oh.
Blows like a coach whistle. You can do this! And all of the others look on vague stages of not as into this, to straight up, why? Just secondhand embarrassment from that. Next would be King David, Aron's Rift. A very regal-looking man in a military uniform. An older style one. Who is not paying attention to what is going on. He has like a ghostly chessboard, you think? And is playing chess with himself.
Oh.
Looking very disinterested in the situation. You see floating next to Jane is a very, very beautiful looking woman. But with short, sort of business casual hair. Looks very sort of official and very, like, you've heard Jane describe her mother before. Classy, but in an intimidating way. It's that trait. Classy, but really scary. Like, could own you 7 different ways.
Oh, God.
She wears this beautiful sort of Greek toga. And she has these, like, occasional feathers across her skin.
Let me guess. Peacock feathers.
You got it! But it's not a regular peacock. Like, it is a white one.
Ooh.
Feathers that trail off at the end of her gown. And she is looking on every so often, shooting a sort of disgusted look at Typhon. And an annoyed look at King David. Eventually she notices you, and her brow furrows, and she glares.
I glare back.
You.
You.
Do you need something, or are you just here to be a bother?
I'm not here to bother you.
Well, you certainly can't bother them.
No. But I can look for Ezekiel.
And what are you going to do if you find him? Shout to a void that's never going to hear you?
Well, Athena still exists, and she can talk to me. Okay, she works with me.
I'm a little trusting. Oh, but you'll learn very quickly, I assure you.
Logically, it would make sense if we worked together to get Ezekiel back.
Sure. Go on, then. Shoot.
I look for Ezekiel. Going through the walls. No traps can affect me.
Nope. But eventually, there's a hidden room in the back of the boat. You float through the wall. There's no door, no obvious entrance. But Ezekiel is, like, surrounded by toys. You would note all 10 fingers still attached to his hands.
Figured. And any other people there?
There's a woman who's playing with him, currently still.
Mm-hmm.
But she has this glow around her, and she's currently using magic.
Okay. I leave the room and try to find my body walking around without me.
Still on the upper deck where you left her. Skipping summoned stones.
Can Can I have a stone? Like, make a ethereal one of some kind?
Your powers don't work.
No, I'm asking Athena. Do you have a way for me to skip some stones?
She
Pretty
once
boring not
again
being able to interact
looks
with
at
anyone.
you like you're an idiot.
I'm sorry, I know nothing about being dead.
No, I can't do that.
Okay. It was worth a shot. Also, I found where Ezekiel is. And I would greatly appreciate it if you could help me. Let the others know.
And what is in it for me besides your appreciation? I don't deal in such fickle emotions.
That's fair. Well, I don't know. This is Mattie's child, after all. If Mattie doesn't find him, he might go dangerously unstable.
Oh, and what a shame. Typhon would take over, and 2 of us would be avatars.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm only seeing pluses here.
Well, I'm kind of ethereal, so I don't exactly have something I can offer you physically, and I'm pretty sure you know everything I know anyway.
And more. And much, much, much more. But I digress.
Yeah. So what exactly would I be offering you?
Well, when you get back to normal, when eventually my power fades and you take back control, I'll do you a favor. You won't start from 0. Your powers will be different. There's nothing I can do to stop that.
Okay.
But I'd be happy to lend you back control. Lend you back control.
Which means you can take over whenever you feel.
We can work out a schedule if it suits you. But I don't like sitting idle. And honestly, you all are... What's the word? Ineffective, perhaps. Slow. Dull-witted. Dumb.
Ow. Understandable, but ow.
Generally bad planners.
Ow. How much time? An hour?
I'll lend you back control of your body until this task is completed, and we can renegotiate from there.
Okay.
And she holds out her hand,
I take it.
and she yanks you back in.
Cool.
So, when this session is over, the 2 cards that are currently your mythoses are going to become logos cards, and the 2 cards that are currently your logoses are going to become your mythos cards as your powers swap.
Ooh, I have to come up with another mythos.
And you have 2 logos, 2 new logoses, and 2 new mythoses.
Oh boy.
You have to think of a whole new 4. You might as well print off another character sheet, is what I'm saying.
Do I
Oh.
sense? Am I popped back into her body? Because I'm like reaching out with my emotional abilities, trying to find Ezekiel.
But you know to avoid Athena because she said not to.
Yeah,
So.
Athena just said, Athena has told you, yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, but I'm like searching for surface stuff.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not really how the tag works, I suppose.
She'll keep looking.
I think it's sort of like mind reading. You have to have a target in mind. But Emma, you have control back over your body.
I'm going to run down the path that I know is not trapped anymore. And go up to Mattie.
But you can now see the form of Athena floating by your shoulder, and you can still see the forms of everyone else's floating by theirs.
Take a deep breath, center myself, and then go downstairs. Down the stairs.
Okay, you race downstairs, and you will hear the clomping of running feet down the stairs.
Jumps up.
You would think Athena would be a little bit more like graceful.
Great.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I jumped.
Someone who could instant wait a second.
Mattie!
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Athena.
Come here.
Emma.
Can I mind link still? I'm assuming not.
No, you have a completely different set of powers. But I can tell you the general powers that she would give you fully is a divination ability and a bastion ability.
Ooh.
The bastion ability is what let you heal,
Mm-hmm.
and the divination ability is what gives her
Hi.
so much information.
Oh my god. Alright. I pull Mattie real close and I whisper him where Ezekiel is, and I say, I'm whispering this because I don't know if they can hear us, and also there's a woman in there who's doing magic to hide herself.
Okay. And I
Also
immediately
to me.
take off running to where I was told.
Jane will just kind of awkwardly look at Emma, kind of like walking around her.
I glance at you, then I glance at Hera, then I
Who
glance
is
at you, then I glance back at
Who is
Hera.
currently has a perfectly like plucked eyebrow raised at you, and this sad, like this little smug little smile on her face.
Jane. Follow Mattie.
Like, says Emma's name questioning, and then she'll like look over her shoulder, expecting someone to be there.
And we're just like looking over people's shoulders now. I'm like, anything just gonna show up? Like, knowing this place, they probably will. She probably did.
Jane
see
will
something.
just follow Matthias.
Or you can also see Hazel's, Autumn's, and Ryan's.
Oh yeah. What do theirs look like?
Ryan's is a woman with a nose ring and wings and like bull horns.
Like a septum piercing?
Yes.
Autumn's is like a traditional, looks like a fairy, like all pink, sparkly, glittery fairy wings, wearing like a flower tulip dress and giggling mischievously.
Oh.
And
I look at Autumn's like pretty serious face, like who like won't take no bullshit, and then I look at the fairy. I look really confused for a second.
and then Hazel's is a woman in fur armor, like Nordic designs on it, with like unnaturally bright, like she glows. Looks like she's almost made of light.
Okay. No. I, gesture them to follow Mattie.
And Mattie, are you just busting down this wall?
Exactly where I told.
I want to
Probably
run
correct.
up to it, and then I want to like pause and like put my ear against it.
You hear hushed giggling.
Oh, I also mentioned to him that all 10 fingers are there.
Maddie's like weighing his options. He waits until the others get there.
Jane is like quickly there, and she's just like, Jane's gonna like try to like feel around the wall for like a switch or something.
You find nothing.
Are there anything I can like grab onto? Like on the wall? Divots, boards, slats?
Boards.
Okay. I want to grab onto a board, and I just want to start ripping boards off of the wall.
With your super strength, it's like hot butter. And as soon as your like face is visible, Ezekiel smiles and goes, "You found me! You found me! Aren't I so great at hide and seek?"
Matthias grabs Ezekiel, like snatches him, hands him to hands him to Jane, and like pushes her to the side so that the wall is hiding the woman from, like, because is there another woman in there?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a woman.
So pushes them so they
Pale
can't
white
see her.
skin, long white hair, and blood red lipstick. And all white clothing.
Pushes them so Ezekiel can't see Matthias, and then like grabs the woman by whatever collar she's wearing.
You reach out to grab her offensively, like you make offensive motion?
Mm-hmm.
You grab nothing. You grab air. She's still sitting there.
Who are you?
Currently. Well, you can call me Estrella for now. Babysitter for hire, clearly. And she has the little, like, item with her, like a familiar. Her item would be a feather quill.
Who are you bound to?
Right now, some guy named Lebishard, but he's been in a
Coma for 2 years, so sucks to be him.
Matthias is so angry, he is having trouble focusing right now.
And Jane tried to, like, push some calm into him from around the corner, like, reminding him, like, Ezekiel is here.
Who kidnapped my son and why?
Well, that depends.
Depends on what?
Many interests were involved, so like kind of depends on who you want to blame.
The one who ordered the kidnapping?
Why don't you give me the first 3 names then?
Of course, I'd be happy to.
Well, first and foremost, to your interest, I suppose, is another familiar, quite the little schemer. Good at playing behind their master's back, that's for sure. But to give you specifics, well, their name is Jesus.
How do you spell that?
Joses.
And who are they bound to?
Queen Regent Yvette Evermore.
That's 2 names I've given you now.
One who ordered the kidnapping? Was that the familiar? Interesting.
The Queen Regent had my son kidnapped?
The Queen
You
Regent's
asked
familiar.
who Joseph was bound to. 2 names I've given you out of the 3 you wanted.
And she's not aware of what he did?
She did say behind their back.
What Joseph did? Well, Joseph is exceptionally smart. If she did something behind her mistress's back, she'd know how to cover her trail.
Oh. Okay.
But of course, that is a highly risky move. After all, are you hiding anything from me? And the House of Cards falls over.
Yep. Third name.
Who else? Who else was behind it?
This is the last name you get.
I asked for the first 3. Technically, we never made a deal. I can still ask for more.
I agreed on 3. I'll stick to those terms. Thank you very much. It's not like you can do anything to
Fine.
me. Well, of course, I'm sure you're aware of this already, but Silvertongue certainly doesn't like you right now. Quite insistent on this whole charade.
And why was the Lotus tribe framed?
Oh, well, I think Silvertongue and Delta are in some sort of running grudge match against each other. And of course, Delta supports the tribes wholeheartedly.
That makes sense.
So his little pet projects, after all.
Now, question, what would have happened if we actually went to the Lotus tribe?
I think your friends are about to find that out, huh?
Oh.
I don't think all of you are here.
Yeah, but we have access to fast travel now.
Do you?
Oh, no, we don't, because she threatened our way out of there.
I don't think
I mean,
Labyrinth
also
gave you the
Ezekiel-
comeback card.
Also,
No.
Ezekiel doesn't, so he would have to go through the trial, and I don't know if Matthias would want. Yeah.
No, he's not going on a trial himself. Where exactly are we right now?
We're on a boat. Does anyone know how to sail?
In the middle of nowhere. Where are we?
I told
on the
you
boat?
guys, I don't know anything about boats.
Oh, don't worry, we're not far off the coast.
Okay.
It's too
What
dangerous to sail too far.
Off
Especially-
which coast?
Which one do you think? What coast would no one come to look for us? Welcome to the Denal. Happy sailing.
The where?
The Denal. The shattered
The
lands.
one where the ore cars are? The place where the ore cars are?
Land of shadows.
Oh, really so.
Aaron, you've
Okay.
been really silent. Are you sure you don't know anything about boats?
Why did I know a thing about boats?
What?
No, I don't know much about boats.
Okay. So we're in the what is called the most dangerous place on this world
With a child.
with
And
my
a kid.
child.
Which is
And of course, if you wanted to get to shore, you'd have to sail around the barrier.
And we don't have the rest of our crew. So
oh.
we sure nobody here knows how to sail.
We can try. I mean, it can't be that difficult.
Jane,
Pretty sure
Emma,
the ocean is
You've read a
very
lot of
dangerous.
books.
Jane, do you have some paper that I could use?
Yes. She'll hand Emma her notebook.
Can I just start drawing all of the people?
Absolutely. How good is Emma at drawing?
Drawn before. She has some practice.
Jane draws a lot.
It's
and
not
Emma's
very
really
accurate.
competitive.
Okay, so you draw some.
Vaguely anatomy.
Okay,
and
like
the rest.
you're okay. You're not. It's not going to be spot on accurate, but like.
And I draw like Typhon with Mattie in front of him, and Typhon with like the little witch on his mouth.
Yeah, he really looks like a parent going to watch his kid at a sports match or being a coach at a sports game.
What
And I
you
do that for
doing?
each. I hand him the paper with him and Typhon behind him.
Oh, and Typhon,
Okay.
now that he's like bound, the kid is like hovering over Ezekiel, being like, oh, and he looks like, oh, and he waves at you when he really see you.
I wave back.
He's
Pair
Emma
of face
waving.
palms.
Emma, are
That's
you
Typhon.
hallucinating? I mean, I know you just died and all, but
Nope.
You see Hera facepalm again.
Hera just face palmed, by the way.
Why did you? Why is this like the whitest looking suburban dad ever as my shadow?
He's glowing.
He's even got like a beer belly.
Well,
Typhon's upgraded.
Is this
You see
supposed to be
Typhon
like?
say, hey, I went on vacation and I like the style. And
isn't
I
your
changed my
rift
look up a bit.
Typhon?
I mean, if you want me to be all battle heavy armor, I could go back to that. But I kind of like this is more comfortable.
he said he can
Emma,
look
is
like
this
he's
your
in battle
future
heavy.
vision?
No.
Is this actually what you think I'm gonna look like? I'm bad, but I'm insulted by the rest of it.
Hey, now you listen here, young man. I am the one giving you these abilities. Don't you go smack talking me.
The hair is even weirder than what I have now.
Like
Change
Beer
your
Belly
hair.
Thor.
That's part of the thing that I can control. Don't you make me give you my hair. I'll do it. Watch me. I'll do it.
Look how stupid it is. It's like different colors too. It's not just one solid color and
Okay, I'm
glow.
gonna count to 3, young man.
Stop.
Beer Belly Thor, but he glows.
Could you imagine
One.
if I actually had these stupid highlight streaks in like random
2.
places? Like these are so
3. Okay, I finished my countdown, young man. I've taken my deep breaths. I am officially mad at you.
He's mad at
that
you
would
now.
be fucking ridiculous. I'd look like an early
Mattie,
He
was
ruffles
teenager.
Maddie's hair. And he takes his hand off.
Mattie.
Maddie, you feel something drip?
Jane is like, you're on a boat?
Down to your hair. It eventually stops and just suspends itself. But it looks exactly like that picture.
Mattie.
Oh, what the hell?
Now I'll
Did
give you
do
back
that?
your hair if you apologize.
He says
Emma,
he'll give
this
you
is-
back your hair if you apologize to him.
Sincerely, I don't know if you're lying. I am you. You have to apologize to me, young man.
Who am I apologizing to?
Typhon! That one! The one I
No, he can go F himself.
Okay, turning up brightness settings now.
He's turning up the brightness settings.
You get minutely brighter.
Have fun.
And I draw everybody else's as well.
We
Here's
take away
yours.
the gravity limitations of the hair. That would be fun to see.
Mattie, I suggest apologizing.
Why?
Jane pipes up. She's
Insulted him.
look, if your hair is lava, I don't think it'd be safe for me to give you back Ezekiel, because
I'm gonna take a piece of paper from my pocket and touch it to my hair and see if it catches on fire.
Yes.
lava plus child does not mix well.
Okay,
No.
I'm sorry. I insulted your hair? Is this his hair?
Yes, his hair.
I'm sorry I insulted your hair. It was because Emma sucks at drawing.
That I can agree with.
Don't insult your friends, young man.
He says don't insult your friends. Young man.
You have precious few of them.
Oh my god.
And he ruffles his hair, and Maddie's hair goes back to normal.
Thanks?
I keep that insult to myself at the end. I just laugh at it for a bit.
And Adam's little avatar giggles. Typhon, you're not supposed to say like that stuff in front of friends. You're being all embarrassing. Hey, that's my job. I gotta embarrass. This is the one time I get to embarrass him. It's a freebie card. You know how cool that is? Understand your position, young lady. You are in the position of dad jokes. There will be a lot of them. They will be ceaseless.
Understandable. Understandable.
I am practically the god of dad jokes.
Who are you talking to?
Typhon.
Forgive my idiot host.
You know, I'm inclined to
He's
believe
already been
her
forgiven.
since your
I'm
hair
not.
just.
I mean, I'm not that smart either. I will admit, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch, unless I am, of which case we both glow.
Yes.
But we try our hardest,
Is she just talking to herself?
and that's what
I'm
counts.
just talking to myself right now.
Apparently, she's talking to Typhon, Aaron.
I mean, your hair just did that thing.
Being
It's kind of
possessed by
believable.
I don't think she's all here yet.
Era
Yeah,
says,
she was dead like a couple hours
why is
ago.
everyone so oblivious?
Oh,
I know, right?
You like pour some water
why
on
are
her?
you
like,
not
slap her
Athena?
out of it?
I don't like you still,
Like,
so
Smack her and
we'll
like
come back to that.
slap her, maybe see if that knock her out of it. Just like tap.
Emma, why are you not Athena anymore?
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
I'm glad you're Emma. Kind
I'd
of,
fill them in on the terms, just so they're not surprised when I take the body back.
That's smart. I found out where Ezekiel was, and I made a little bit of a deal.
Not like it's a deal with the devil. We're
Yeah,
practically the same person
agreement.
at some point.
an agreement. Okay, I take back my body for just a bit, so you guys can know where Ezekiel is.
Oh, you
Maybe
literally
I'll fill
sold
you in
your
some
soul.
more, and then she takes it back until she feels ready to give it back to me.
You
sometime.
literally sold your soul to a.
Technically, we're the same person, as she was saying, and really we're the same. It's more like I sold my soul to myself.
You're renting yourself out
body.
to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're paying
I
rent
do.
to yourself.
If you apparently can see a bunch of beings behind us, can
Yes.
you ask if any of them know how to sail?
Do any of you guys know how to sail? That are willing to tell us?
James, like, Athena probably does.
I mean, Athena nods.
Athena does, of course.
Nah, fam. Ancient
The
Israel
woman
land.
behind
They don't hate it
Hazel
too much.
nods. Typhon nods boisterously, like, yeah, I know how to sail.
Typhon knows how to sail.
I was there when they invented boats.
Wait.
So,
Good for
Typhon, how do you
Typhon.
sail?
I can give directions if you say please. He looks down at Mattie.
Please give us directions.
He's looking at Mattie.
Mattie, you have to ask him politely for directions on how
Can
to
we
sail a
please
boat.
have sailing directions? Ultimate suburban white dad.
You see, it doesn't come across as genuine if you use that insulting tone with it.
He doesn't like that insulting tone and your insult.
Are you a petulant
Can
teenager or are you almost an adult?
Ooh.
Is he like totally burning me? Which is ironic
Yeah.
because the fire thing.
Yes.
Okay, can we please have directions? Because I'd really like to not die.
Fair point, yeah. I'll
Okay.
tell you, little miss, how to sail, and you can shout orders to everyone else. That'll be fun.
Jane will.
I do draw everybody else, so I give everybody else what their appetites look like. Everybody
Oh.
here, that is.
Will push Ezekiel.
I
kind
draw
of
Hera
to
looking
Matthias.
especially mean.
Looks at the image. Looks up at Emma.
It's accurate.
Hera does that same exact face as she sees her image. She's
It
glaring at
matches
you.
It matches it.
Like, perfectly.
Wow, that is really accurate.
Kind of reminds me of my mom. Well, that Faye in there. I think she's a Faye. What are we gonna do about that? Is she gone? Jane will kind of begin.
Nope.
Are you just stuck here?
I think you have the wrong impression.
Oh, you're
I
not
don't
actually
think she's
here.
here.
So why are you staying here? Can I touch you? No. No, I'm alive now. If I were my ghost, could I have touched you?
raises an eyebrow.
This works. Athena's
think
probably
she's
laughing at me
dead.
right now. I look at Athena, is she laughing at me right now?
No. She's like considering that idea.
I
Probably
don't
not.
feel her emotions still, right?
No.
She's still glowing. She put the
Juno?
magic barrier around her.
I don't think she's dead, but something happened and now she's not fully here anymore. Because before I could feel her, like,
An astral projection.
she was here. I don't know how she's not here now.
Adam, your rift acts very differently from you. You guys are like polar opposites as far as I can tell. As much as I know you so far. I
You
just
would
give her the
kind
drawing
of
and
know.
walk
You would
away.
kind of notice personality-wise, they all seem kind of very different
Yeah.
from their hosts.
But that one especially, the giggling pink fairy versus Autumn.
She does giggle every time you reference her.
What's your name? I turned to the
Oh,
fairy.
my
thing.
name's Inks. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What was the name?
YNX.
Thank you. Very nice to
But my
meet you.
full title is Inks the Heartrender. It's lovely to meet you.
Heart render. Oh, okay. It's very nice to meet you. I turned to
Nice to meet you
Hazel.
too.
I turned to Hazel's rift, and who might you be?
My name is Yeah.
What?
EIR.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I look at Ryan.
These are
Nice to
pretty
meet you,
subtle.
You guys just hear me introducing myself to a bunch of
To the air.
to the area.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You may call me Lamasu.
Lamasu.
Are we introducing titles, Inks?
Oh no, I just like to do that. You know, I'm a big fan of mine.
Then you won't mind if I keep mine to myself.
That's understandable. It's nice to meet all of you. Finally. Weird, you know.
And King
Seeing
David,
you
the
guys
only one
as,
who
like,
hasn't said
actual people.
anything to you, looks up at you, tilts his head to the side, looks you up and down.
I look at his chessboard, see that he's winning against himself. Nod. It's nice to meet you.
You as well. Well, now that introductions are done, I think your task is complete.
Bye! And then I just collapse.
And immediately Emma's posture changes.
Awesome.
Well,
I don't
that
necessarily
was
need
in-
Typhon to give me directions on how to steer a boat.
I wouldn't take instructions from him either.
Do I see Typhon getting
Now
ghosted?
listen here, young man. I will ground you. As soon as we get to where there is ground, I will ground you.
He's the father you never wanted.
Literally.
Oh god.
I will increase your gravitational pull, and you will not be able to step away from the ground.
Ooh, Typhon, can you like make lava like creep around his legs to literally ground him so he can't walk at all?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna do it perpetually to get around his super strength. Or maybe lower the super strength. I am in control of all of his superpowers. You'd think he'd respect me a little more.
Yeah, right?
Just because I decided to take on a more human appearance doesn't mean I'm not still as intimidating as I was back in the war days.
I think your appearance is great.
Oh, thank you.
It really matches your how you and Mattie are similar. It really works well.
You think he'd appreciate what he's trying to be.
I know, right? I love how you're just insulting him while he was counting down, not even know.
And Matthias is gonna go and pick up Ezekiel and be like, I missed you, bud.
Yes, you too.
So we're gonna have a really serious conversation, okay?
Okay. What about?
We weren't playing hide and seek.
You were
What?
kidnapped.
Someone took you away from me on purpose, buddy.
It's called kidnapping.
Wow, Jane, wow.
Jane? Does it look like you're helping? Does it sound like you're helping?
For
Are
reasons
you helping?
I will not disclose, yes, I am helping.
But it was like a play date.
I know.
Miss
And that's because
Astrolo is here, and the little guy were here. He was cool.
little guy? What did the little guy look like?
Oh, he was like a little older than me, I think.
Oh, so it was another kid?
Yeah, he acts like so much better than me, but I beat him at his own game. Ha!
What game was that?
Rock, paper, scissors. Taught him it, and I beat him in it. I am the champion.
Okay, but what did this little kid look like?
Well, he was like a straw. He was all white, like a ghost.
Okay.
His name was
Did he tell you his name?
Iosif.
Oh.
Hard to pronounce.
Okay. But you
corrected-
can. That means you're just so smart.
He corrected me like a million times.
No, I know. Is that all you can remember about this kid? Did he tell you where he was from?
Yeah, he said he was from near here.
Oh, he said he was from near here?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say he was from the island, on land?
No, he just said he lived nearby.
Nearby. Did he talk about his mom and dad?
Not really, no.
No.
Oh, but
Did
he taught me a really cool trick.
Okay,
Watch this!
I'm watching.
And Ezekiel raises his hand, and when he does, one of the toys scattered around the room rises about a centimeter off the ground. Yeah,
That is so cool, bud.
that's really
Do I
hard.
see a little thing behind him? Do I
Now
see
that
a
you're
rift behind?
now that you're looking, you see a boy, completely white, leaning behind Ezekiel, going like, "Yeah, yeah, you got it."
That's so cool, bud. And I bet if you keep practicing like that, you'll be able to move all the stuff around. Like everything.
I know. That's what he said. He said I'd be able to lift anything if I tried. Anything. It would be cool.
Anything. That's crazy, isn't it?
He said I
Well-
could make the boat fly eventually.
Really?
Mhm.
That'll probably take a long time, though.
Yeah, he said it'd take a while.
Yeah. Do you know if you can get this kid to come back?
No, he disappeared after the third time we talked. I haven't
Aw.
seen him since.
I'm sorry, bud. I hope he
Mhm.
comes back one day. I'd love to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I also need to talk to you about you were taken away from me. They didn't hurt you, which was a good thing, but you could have gotten hurt. But you did everything right. And I'm really glad you're okay. But in the future, when this happens, you need to be as innocent as possible to the people who take you. And you need to be like, my name's Ezekiel, and I'm 4 years old, And do you like butterflies? Because I like butterflies. And you need to try and make them your friend, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
You like
Mrs.
making
Straw
friends?
and I talked about butterflies.
Oh, you did? What
Mhm.
about butterflies?
She was asking some questions about them.
About specific butterflies?
Mm-hmm. The pink one that comes with us everywhere.
And what did you tell Miss Strella about butterflies?
I told her he was sparkly and he could talk. And he occasionally wasn't the butterfly.
Did you tell him where we were with him?
I didn't know the names of places.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell her anything else about him?
I can't remember what we talked about a little while ago.
That's fine. That's okay. But when someone takes you like that, you try and be their friend first. No matter what they do, you keep trying to be their friend, okay? And then you ask them questions like, hey, where are we going? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And then you do everything in your power to make sure that they don't move you somewhere else, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I bet if you keep practicing that, your magic trick, you might be able to make yourself fly one day.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Just be careful with it, dude, okay?
Yeah. And Emma, you would note that Athena is walking to the back, like, hidden room, and there are little pock marks in the wall as if a million little things have been stuck into the wall but have since been removed.
How odd. Can I go look at those closer?
Mm-hmm. Athena is
investigating.
It was like glancing them over as well.
Jane is gonna kind of pull Mattie to the side. Look,
Pockmarks like small, or like there were like gems or stuff embedded inside, or like bigger things?
Like something repeatedly stabbed into the wall. Or a bunch of small things stabbed into the wall all at once.
Oh. Like darts.
They're a little bigger than that.
Bigger than darts. Talons?
arrows
Knives.
or arrows.
There's not really a specific thing you can take from that. Just holes in the wall.
How odd. Can I notice it anywhere else on the boat, or just that room?
It's just in those walls on that room.
That's so weird. Can I go up and like, you can see where the like impact from the opposite walls, like all the walls are impacted with this.
All the walls in this room.
And it looks like they're centered from like the center points, or
Mhm.
from the exact center. Shrapnel. A stone. No. Stone shattering wouldn't do that. That's so weird. Well, I can't say anything to the others.
Hey, Ezekiel.
Ah,
What's the name of your mom?
God, what is the name?
Harriet.
Harriet?
Okay,
Just checking if it's him.
just wondering. Yeah. I mean, if this phase,
It'd be hilarious if he answered mommy.
if it's
Something like
Faye,
that.
I think it is, then they would. Always smart to make sure. But she'll like pull Mattie aside and she'll be like, "Look, I know you're trying to put this lightly, but and I'm not gonna tell you how you should tell Ezekiel, but I think it's kind of more important to stress the danger of him being taken away. I mean, they sent us a finger, and if it wasn't Ezekiel's, then it was some other kids."
Yeah. I get that. But also, he's really young. And he won't understand. It'll just upset him.
Yeah, I mean, but more along, like, the strangers aren't always, you know what I mean.
Did you know, back on Earth, all the reading I did to become a dad, stranger danger had more of a negative impact on child abduction rates than a positive one? Because you need to be careful of the people you know. Which means when someone takes you, you need to be aware. And you need to ask the questions. And you need to be like a friend. And you need to make sure that they can't move you locations, because if they do, you're dead. So I'm teaching him the tools. Because I don't need him to freak out and melt down and not be able to do what he needs to do to be safe.
I guess
He'll understand the gravity later. When he gets older and understands what happens to him. But he's not going to be able to accurately grasp that now. It's just going to freak him out. He won't know what to do.
I guess it's just stuff I wish that had been told to me.
And give him the skills he needs to make it out okay. And he's okay right now, which I couldn't be happier for. But still freaked me out, and he's never leaving my sight ever again.
Are we going to the island with the Orcar? Are we gonna try to turn around?
Weren't they described as didn't they wipe out 50%
war
of the
machines?
population?
Yeah. Like the Terminator? That's kind of what I got from them.
I got that they wiped out 50% of the population back there, and that doesn't sound like a great idea.
We need a map. I don't know where we are.
Adalaie probably still has the map. Damn.
Definitely does.
Well,
Along
you
with
still
your
have the
money, I would like to establish that Adalaie has your money, the map, most of the important items.
They don't take crowns here anyway. I think. We looked up at that. We looked up the currency stuff. I don't know if it was for Orcar, though.
That was for Bell and Aron.
Okay.
Where we would have been going.
Their fedoras for the
We have
Orcars.
nowhere to.
Orcars
We have
trade in
no way to
fedoras.
contact them. You think if we got our hands on those stones, we'd be... I don't even know if Orcar have stones like what we would need.
Sending stones? Like I said, I'm not really all gung-ho to go ashore and find out.
Now Emma's Athena, and also sometimes herself.
Yeah. And apparently, I have a suburban dad as a shadow.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I did not expect that of Typhon. Well, yeah. And
Well,
then
it makes sense. And
Emma, you see Typhon in the background? What? No one expects the dad god to have a dad bod? Come on.
Thank God to have a dad bod. Oh, that's great. I'd start cracking up. Good one.
And but it totally makes sense in regards to his story and how I got my powers and all of that stuff. That he would be totally suburban dad.
it's
But
really cool how he could kind of make your hair do the whole lava thing.
no, that's horrible. The
I know,
hair I
but,
currently have is a huge part of my identity. And the fact that he can so easily change that terrifies me.
Do it again.
I mean,
I don't want to abuse the power.
it makes me think Hera can
Okay,
probably
fair,
also do
fair.
that for me. And maybe Aron's rift too. Aron, you've been really quiet. Are you okay?
What? That's currently I was away from my microphone, so I wasn't talking there momentarily.
Are you okay? You've been kind of quiet and...
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with that Fey woman? I mean, if she helped kidnap Ezekiel, she's presumably in contact with whoever.
It's not like you can put her in chains.
Actually, can I go up to the woman and see if I can touch her?
As a ghost? No, you can't.
Okay, figured. Passes right through. Well, it was worth a try.
I quite honestly think that our priority needs to be getting back to I don't even know. Around the barrier. No one even knows where we are because we just popped over here.
Yeah.
Can
And
you
they're gonna
man a
walk into
ship with
who knows what?
like this ship is pretty big, like, and we only have what, 7, 8 people?
You can man a ship with 8.
Jane is gonna go back up on the deck and kind of see, like, which direction is the ship going? Is it headed towards the barrier?
It's docked. It's not moving
drifting.
anywhere.
Okay. But, like,
Anchored.
when we boarded it, it was moving, right?
It was
was
rocking
docked?
back and forth with the waves.
So someone should go down and where their provisions were and count and ration to see if we have enough provisions to get us back for 8 people. I'm going to turn to Catalina. You don't need to eat, right?
Not technically, no.
But you would prefer to?
I do enjoy food. But this is an emergency situation, so.
So for 8 people still.
I mean, we have these chocolate seeds, but that's not really any good either, so...
No. But there are some rations that I saw when I was going through crates, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Someone should go down and count them out. But I also don't know how long of a travel it is from here back to where we need to be.
I don't either. We should go up to that cabin's place, the captain's cabin, and see if there's any typography stuff or anything.
I'm going to turn to Ryan. Any chance you want to do that barrier thing and run around the whole ship?
Let's go! And he starts just racing around. Occasional explosion sounds in the distance. I'm fine!
Didn't doubt it.
You see Lamasu just like... I know you weren't, maybe not rushing headlong. Oh, and you're gone. Okay.
By the way, your horns are gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's weird actually being able to see you guys, you know?
So we have Athena, and I guess I'm gonna go count rations. Matthias is gonna go back down to the storage area.
Athena leans over. Oh, technically, I don't need to eat either.
That's weird.
Oh,
You want to
so
preserve as
7.
much rations as possible.
So enough food for 6 or 7 people. 7 people, because my son. Okay. Matthias is gonna go and start counting and all that fun stuff.
Okay,
Jane will make her way to the captain's quarters.
and Aron, what are you up to?
Okay, I don't really know what I'd be doing. What Aron would be doing.
Playing chess with yourself?
Like maybe, I don't know. what is everybody else doing as of right now?
Doing stuff to get the ship ready to go.
Just whatever way I can.
Okay.
And what little knowledge he has about sailing ships from the Middle Ages.
And Emma, what are you up to?
What am I up to? Wait, okay, so here's the thing. Can I just, like, float above? Do I have to move with the ship, or do I just, like, if I were standing on it, I move when it moves? Because I go through stuff.
You can move when it moves. You don't know how it works, but you think you're kind of moving where Athena goes, like where your body is.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
You're shifting with her.
Within a certain range. Could I still go, like, under the water? Do I need to breathe? Am I breathing right now? Probably not.
Must I remind you, you are a ghost.
Okay, so can I just think under the water?
Go through the ship and you go underwater. It's pitch black.
I don't like this. I go back up. Nope, not doing that again.
You don't exactly have night vision.
Yeah. Thought maybe I could see something down there, but nothing. It's not that I can do much like this. I'm sure Ryan's already explored most of it since he ran around. I could
Do you
continue
talk to any of the avatars?
I could.
Because Ezekiel has one now.
Oh, right. I go up to that one. Hello there.
Looks you up and down. You look at him closer, and it's not that he's actually, like, pale white. It's that he is spectral, even for, like, the avatar forms. And there are these little lizard scales, you think? Around, like, neck and face and hands.
Oh. Hello there. I don't think I caught exactly how to pronounce your name correctly, and I'd rather not get it wrong. How do you pronounce your name?
I mean, I didn't give you my name, but thanks for asking so politely.
Well, Ezekiel said a name while describing someone like you.
He said an alias. I gave him to freak him out.
Oh.
I am a normal child. Other normal child?
Well,
Fair.
it's not normal anymore,
doing?
right?
Nope.
My name is Wiro. A pleasure.
How do you spell that?
Whiro.
How'd you think it's you as well? So are you like the wrist of him?
I've been
Ezekiel?
following him around forever, waiting for him to have a good enough moment to awaken. And I figured this was as good as any. Transported to another world, rend from his family. Oh, good dramatic timing.
Yes, very good.
Also, babysitter didn't learn how to be polite until the awakening happened. And I can't have anyone hurting my little host now, can I?
Oh, is that what the holes in the wall were? His awakening.
I mean, you guys probably don't remember your own awakenings real well. They're the first power you get, and it goes to overcharge, like an explosion. It was lots of fun. For just 1 second, full control.
Ooh.
For the chat, looked up who Wiro was. Just so you don't have to do it for him. He is the Lord of Darkness and embodiment of all evil in Maori mythology.
No.
You literally gave Mattie a devil child.
Ezekiel is an angel! That was...
Hey,
That's the exact point.
we just established that your mythoi are not the same as you.
I mean, they technically are, but they don't have the same characteristics.
No. Ezekiel's a nice little well-behaved kid who'd never break the rules.
So, I have a question. Like, we all know what our powers are from our rift. Well, I know what my powers were. What exactly is Ezekiel going to do other than floating stuff?
I mean, now he's stuck with just telepathy. It'll take him a while to come into his other powers. And I haven't decided what I'm going to give him first, really. I'd more the telepathy thing, that's for sure. That's one of my favourites. I'm thinking someone to help him with the whole stranger danger thing. I don't like getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good for me in this moment because I got him to awaken, but was it the plan was not this?
Understandable.
I think the plan was to wait for Matthias's eventual mental breakdown and go with that. Sorry,
Yeah,
was that a little brunch? I'm trying to learn some social cues here. I don't know a lot of them.
You could activate whatever other powers he has during that.
I mean, he is a child. He does not have the strongest sense of self right now. It's really easy to push children to like, hey, you're me now. But I don't want to do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So innocent and nice.
Exactly.
Oh, what was that for?
Needs to be preserved.
Yes. Confused. What do you mean by preserved?
I mean, he's a little angel, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Such good behavior.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's my entire job to change that eventually. I don't want him to be me. He's going to do great things entirely by himself. Well, with a little help.
Yes. So, like, this awakening thing, I don't remember having an awakening thing. I just,
Oh, your power goes into overdrive after a stressful event, and it just destroys stuff. You have no control over it. What was the first power you got? I imagine with all Miss Athens over there, you got like a mindy power.
That was, no, the first power I got was, you know, like, the thing in books and, do you have, like, the knowledge of our world, you know, Earth?
I mean, I should hope so. I lived there forever. We all did.
Where exactly are you guys from?
Well, that's an unspecific question.
Like, do you guys have a creation time?
I mean, we have a city that doesn't exist anymore, and we kind of got spread out all over and kind of just enjoyed the power.
You're in a city?
Yeah, name's Alshanta.
Alshanta.
Ancient thing now.
And you just, like, and then you got teleported to another dimension?
Oh yeah, it was a whole thing. The little sun maker got robbed up in, and some magic happened, and whew, in another world.
Oh, so you were here before? You said sun maker?
I mean, not his title. You probably know him as Ra, of course, but...
So Ra...
And
so
he
what
held a
happened to
good
Ra?
deal of things, being the king of his own bloody pantheon.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really involved with planting that creation myth, but still.
I wonder if there's a Zeus.
Hmm?
Is there Zeus? Have you met Zeus?
I mean... he's an asshole. We don't talk. He doesn't like me. I don't like him. I know his bro, though. His brother's great.
Poseidon?
No.
Or Hades?
The other one. The other one.
Oh, Hades. Yeah, the one that Mara had.
Yeah, one of your friends has him, and I've been chilling with him for a while. I went to Ezekiel and and that was fun. Back to the good old days, that was.
You guys have similar
He's a
things.
little more dour since I saw him last. A little grumpier. Likes black more.
What does he look like?
Okay, so imagine the Disney movie Hercules, right?
Okay.
Imagine Hades from Hercules, right?
Okay.
Whatever you're thinking of, throw it out the window. That's not what he looks like.
Okay.
He's like really short.
Oh.
Got real dark skin, real dark hair. And he's kind of taken a liking to modern clothing, so now he wears lots of leathers. He probably listens to My Chemical Romance, too. He's got the full emo going on over there. Yeah, we know Earth culture, too. We help make that stuff.
True. I wonder if I can just, like, you know, it'd be awesome if I could just, like, have a piece of paper and start drawing right now. I want to try to draw that. That would be hilarious.
Oh, you'll have to meet him. He's a real grouch, but he likes people underneath the surface.
Oh. Like Mara, she acts pretty grumpy, but I can tell there's something soft to her.
And you're gonna hate Nemesis.
Oh, what is Nemesis like?
Take all the things you don't like about Adalaie, make them a person, and make that person really not like you guys right now, because you kind of got in her way a bit.
Oh yeah, that. Well, she doesn't have to worry about me trying to give me back that memory, because
if I were you, I'd be worried. She's the angel of justice. If she ever gets control of Adalai's body, well, wish you luck.
Oh boy. Well, she doesn't have to worry about giving that memory back, because, I have it now. Speaking of which, I'm going to go have an existential crisis. Goodbye!
Oh, you have fun with that. Try not to kill anyone again.
I won't have fun! And I just go sit in the corner and start, oh god, I killed someone! Oh god, I killed someone! I'm just as bad as my father! My father's a murderer! As the memory starts flooding back.
Yeah. And I think with that note of you guys setting up the rigging on the ship, we will pull back and switch to the bird. Where Adalaie is currently. This is sort of just an overview as the camera pans by to see all of their avatars sitting on their shoulders. We see exactly, as Wiro described, Hades. We see Nemesis, who is a bald woman with, like, crystalled over eyes and angel wings that are bright, bloody red, and a wicked-looking sword. She's wearing full medieval armor, and she's ready to go. She's, like, right now, like, lazily practice fighting air. Hades is floating, chit-chatting with Mara's ghost servants. And then next to them, you can see Jasper's, which is a spider-like man, floating next to Jasper's bird form, reading a bunch of floating books that have surrounded him. Mary Kate's is a queenly-looking woman. She looks like the most human out of them. And she was, like, talking with a skinny-looking, tan-skinned man that appears to be Sawyer's avatar. And Felix will occasionally mutter under his breath and look directly at where his avatar is. Who is a little child that looks almost exactly like Felix. Like, copied his appearance. Except he has little white angel wings and a bow and arrow. Layla's is a dark figure in a cloak. You can't really make out its features, but you can see angry, glaring red eyes, and it nurses like it's doing a rocking motion, but there's nothing in its hands. You see a regal-looking figure sitting next to Leo, but he is faded out. every so often almost glitching. And he is kind of stuck in one pose. With that, we pull back to Earth, where we see a glowing red icon on a computer screen. Warning. Files to be deleted if not accessed in 3 days. And we get to peer into these files. 2 of them are emails. Dear Austin, in regards to your last email, it's unfortunate to hear about your retirement. You had a promising future within the agency, but considering your previous circumstances, I'm sure everyone back at the office understands your reasoning. No one would blame you with the badge killer shadow still attached to your name. Although, this might sound new forward to you, but it is my understanding that you're now out of a job. I've talked to you previously about the Sanctuary program, and although in comparison to most of our opinions, most of our attendees, you didn't exactly receive your power young. You were older than most. But you understand the problems implicit in having skills like that at a young age. And we are in desperate need of more minders. Jasper and Professor Swanson are the only ones assigned to that specific part of the program, and as our numbers grow, we've found that it's just not enough. Between Jasper's and my own abilities, we've struggled to make sure the mist stays strong in our town. Numbers continue to rise as well, especially with the additions of more overt students who are less informed of their state in our program. I understand you expressed disinterest, if not outright discomfort, at the program's manipulations and requirements in the past, but I am in desperate need of assistance now. I beg you to reconsider and take a position at Foxbury. You don't necessarily even need to be a professor if that doesn't suit you. I'll figure something out. Sincerely, O. Hansen. Sent July 11th, 2014. Hansen, thanks for the offer. I have some things to finish up here in the city, but when I'm done, I'll be sure to drive down and check that town out. I'm in a different frame of mind than I was the first time we talked about this, so I might be more open to a position in the program. I think what you're trying to do is admirable, and in lacking a job, due to the last year's situation, I'd be happy to hold another one down for a while. I'll be down there as soon as next month. Thanks again, Austin Carver. Sent July 12th, 2014. And then below that, linking is a password-locked document. We go through that. There's another password lock to get in through that, and it's a long series of encoded numbers. And within it, file name, Foxbury. Mission assignment, investigate Sanctuary program and program administrator, Oscar Hansen. Mission details. Mr. Hansen, full name Oscar Kane Hansen, recently began steps to gather powered individuals, i.e. Rifts, under label of a program known as Sanctuary. This program is said to have been in effect to protect and mentor young Rifts, as well as those Rifts who had been known to have difficulties controlling their abilities. Mission brief is to investigate Mr. Hansen's motive and background, as well as to ascertain how safety measures and program is used. Danger level, red. Many powerful Rifts loyal to Mr. Hansen, and he is a powerful Rift himself. Mission status, ongoing. Last updated, December 17th, 2020. And with that, episode 18 of Kingmakers, Instant, comes to a close. I've been your Master of Ceremonies, and we will see you all next time.